Hi, I'm Hesta.
And I'm Tracey.
And we'll be telling you a bit more about settling into daisies. So our age group is between the age of 2 years and 3 months and 3 years. So the little ones, most of them, have never actually been to a nursery school, and some of them haven't even separated from their parents before. So we take our settling period nice and slow to make it a positive experience for them. So our induction takes place over roughly 2 weeks, depending on how they settle. So on the first day, they will come in for an hour with mom and dad in small groups, and that will allow them to get to know their teachers, their friends, and the environment. The next time they come in, it will be again for an hour in a small group, but this time without mommy and daddy. So we do encourage the parents to stay around, either have a cup of tea in the kitchen or maybe a cup of coffee around the corner in one of our many coffee shops, so that we can reach them easily if we need them. If after 20 minutes we feel that your child is not settled, we'll call, you can come in, settle them, and leave on a happy note. Progressively, your child will spend a little bit more time each day until they're able to spend the whole morning. Tracey, is there any other ways you think that we help the children to settle?
We give the parents, when they come in the first day with their child for 1 hour, an information pack, a welcome to daisies. In the information pack, it has some details which we ask the parents to fill out, which is their name, age, any special requirements, any allergies, any special toy they have, a special song they like, do they have a pacifier or a dummy, a bottle, just anything that will help them settle. If they have siblings, so if they're upset, we can talk about the sibling maybe. The other thing we ask the parents, are they in nappies or are they toilet trained? What do they say? If they want to go to the toilet, is there a certain word they use? All these little things do help, or if they have a blankie or a blanket, it just helps them settle and it gets us to know the child.
Thank you, Tracey. By the end of the year, when we sadly have to say goodbye to all our little ones, we help them transition upstairs, either upstairs if they decide to do their foundation stage in the older classes, bluebells and sunflowers, or if they're going to foundation stage in big school. Tracey, can you explain to us how we help them with their transition?
If they're going to big school, we tend to talk a lot about it as circle time. We have books, and a lot of them know they're going to big school. Probably mummy and daddy have spoken about it, or their siblings already at big school, so it's quite familiar to them and they like to tell us. If they're going upstairs to bluebells and sunflowers, normally we sort of have a time when we find out who is staying and going upstairs. Then we have a discussion of who will go where, if they've got little friends in that class, or maybe the parents have a preference. Take them up the stairs, myself or another TA, in small groups to sunflowers or bluebells. We go into the classroom, we meet the teacher and her assistants, and I tend to tell the teacher if there's something they particularly like or don't like. They don't like to get their hands dirty, or they like to get their hands dirty. Then I sort of look around the classroom and see if there's something interesting for the children to do in terms of what they like to do. It could be cars, Play-Doh, pouring, and I invite the child over and say, oh, let's do this or whatever. And they tend to get engrossed or engaged in the activity. So we spend about 15 minutes in there. I mean, they're perfectly fine. They look around. They might recognise one of their friends from upstairs. We do it once or twice a week. Sometimes we might have a situation where the child doesn't want to go up. That's okay as well. But normally when we do this, we speak to mum or dad, and maybe they will have a little talk about it when they're at home. Then we get to the second week and we go up again, maybe for 10 or 15 minutes, and then I tend to step out of the classroom for maybe 10 minutes so they get used to their new teacher and the new surroundings. What I find is comforting, and I'm sure Hesta does as well, that they have actually progressed so much in the transition of moving from daisies to upstairs, and it just makes us feel better, makes the child feel better, and I'm sure Mummy and Daddy will be happy as well.
Thank you. Thank you so much for listening. Hope to see you in daisies very soon.